Hey everybody! This is really exciting because today we're going to go out and discover a bike path that I don't really know anything about. Now I'm the bike path person and Chris was telling me about a bike path. I'm like, where's that? What's that? And so we're going to take this bike path out to the beach and then come back along another one, and there's so much history around both of these. So I don't know much about it, but Chris is going to show us the way and he's going to share the history, which is so much history, amazing, and he's just talking a little bit to me about it then. I'm like, oh no way, we need to share this with everybody. So that's what we're going to do with you guys. So I'm going to hand you over to Chris.
Okay, thanks Serafina. We're really lucky in Australia to have disused railway lines that have been turned into bike paths. We've got great ones up in the Barossa, one down the Southern Vales, the coast to Vines, but there's one right here in the suburbs that nobody knows about. It's called the Westside Bikeway, and it runs from the city all the way down to Congdon.
We got time on our side, we're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. We got everything here, at least to stay alive, and the time that we share makes it all worthwhile.
Oh, look at this. This iconic landmark is one of South Australia's earliest public buildings and one of Australia's longest continuously operating prisons, from March 1841 to February 1988. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, Adelaide Gaol. So okay, so it says G-A-O-L.
It's the Australian way of spelling jail.
So it is actually, I always wonder if you're supposed to say gaol.
No, it's jail.
It is still jail, yeah. Like jail. Housed approximately 300,000 prisoners. It was also the main site for executions in South Australia, with 44 men and 1 woman hanged here. The bodies of all executed prisoners are buried within the grounds. Haha, hence the ghost tours probably. Yeah.
Ghosts.
Yeah, wow. That's I didn't realise. I had no idea that it was going right up until the 80s. That's the end of the 80s. That wasn't that long ago.
Makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on our own. Do you feel that we got something strong? And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise. That with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. We got time on our side, we're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. And I saw you walking.
We're going to start off right down here, branch off at Mile End where the train line started. It's now called James Congdon Drive. James Congdon was the station master at the Adelaide railway station when all this happened. Then it turns into a greenway and runs all the way down. And if you look at a map of Adelaide, you can still see quite clearly where the old railway line was. It goes all the way down to Greenway. We're going to go down there along the beach, and we're going to come back up the Grange train line. That's the story.
And the truth may come as a surprise. That with you.
So here's a sign saying Westside Bikeway. So is this officially the start of the Westside Bikeway?
Officially the start.
Officially the start, and we just came that cool backway that I didn't know existed, those other bypaths. So now we're on the Westside Bikeway. We're on the corner of James Congdon Drive, South Road. It's where the train line.
It came down where we've just been, James Congdon Drive. It went straight down here. We'll follow the path. In fact, we're going to see one of the old platforms still there now after 100 years.
Oh wow, that's amazing, it's lasted that long. This is where I say James Congdon, it's like Congdon, am I saying that right? Congdon?
Yep.
Yeah, wasn't it, he's the old station master, you were saying 1930 to 1950?
somewhere around there,
Yeah.
in the 30s, 40s and 50s.
Yeah, and this is named after him. There we go. All right, let's go see this old platform.
Okay.
Follow the train line there.
I feel alive. You will be the last one I think about. When it all breaks down, I'll wait for you right here. And I swear that we got nothing to fear. It's a miracle that you and I are finally here. I saw you walking the light, and the truth may come as a surprise. That with you I feel alive.
Amazing.
Ah, cool. Can we actually ride on it?
Not bad up here. Doesn't look like there's too many.
There you go. We're on a platform from 100 years ago.
When's the next train, mate?
That's cool. Is there where the park is over there, or how did you know this is from 100 years ago?
So they shut the line in 1929.
I'll wait for you right here. And I swear that we got nothing to fear. It's a miracle that you and I are finally here. I saw you walking the light, and the truth may come as a surprise. That with you I feel alive. You will be the last one to think about. The last one to think.
Cool, and I'm going to get Chris to explain this, but we're on the Sturt River linear path, and this is where the Westside Bikeway crosses the Sturt River linear path, and it goes down that little side path by the house. But Chris, just so that everyone knows, because you're good at directions, exactly where we are?
We've just come off of Saratoga Drive at Nova Gardens. If you're coming down that street, after the first house, there's a little pathway that goes across the river, which we've just done. So we come off Saratoga Drive, across the little laneway that comes after the first house, across the Sturt River, and now we're going down the Sturt River Greenway. And you can see down here to my left where the train line used to go. So it's all, whilst this is no longer the Westside Bikeway, you can still see where the train went. It used to go all the way down to St Leonard's, which is the north.
That's so cool. So we could just, if we just sort of followed that would, from that ramp that when we went on the platform and then just carried on along.
That's right. And if you look at a map of Adelaide, you'll see it's all in a straight line, all the way down. We're wiggling around a bit, but the train line obviously went straight as it could. It's mainly cement.
It's like touching a tree that's like
200 years old.
and more famous than Elvis Presley, you reckon? more photographed.
Than Elvis.
Yeah. Touching a piece of history here. We're in. That's cool. That's really cool. I like that. That's awesome. And so this is where they came.
On this spot, right here. They walked up from Grange, Governor Highmarsh and his troopers, and proclaimed South Australia in the name of the Queen.
There you go. On this spot, on the 28th December 1836, the colony of South Australia was proclaimed and established as a province by Captain John Highmarsh, RN, the governor thereof, acting in the name and on behalf of His Majesty King William. This will be Brighton Hill Road or Tapley's Hill Road. And McFarlane, and the corner of McFarlane's. And McFarlane Street was the one that you go down to get onto the to go to the old gum tree.
Past the point point of no return, baby, on the summer night. The shine of love and the spark of laughter breathe. The stars align and the month times night burn like the ground I leave. Are we leaving on the next train, baby? I do believe. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now I ain't missed a 9 to 5, I don't hear it in my song. I'm gonna pull my weight, don't get me wrong. Brand new start and a whole new part, they are big old shoes to fill. I'll be there on that platform, babe, you know I will. Come on, let's ride this train.
So beautiful out here. So we've come to the coast and now we're heading down to Grange because there's some beautiful old buildings that we're going to see there before going on to the other train line. I'll show the train, there's the bike path. That's cool. It's awesome. So yeah, we're going to check out these buildings.
Let's ride this train. Now nothing is this rush of life, you'll never find its match. So you live to be a million years. All hearts are lost by default in the time of a single beat.
These are amazing. They're beautiful. So there's a, what are they called?
They're called the Marine Terraces. They were built in the 1880s. There's 8 of them here. There was supposed to be 24, but the developer went bankrupt, so there was only the 8. The 3 stories, 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and they fell into disrepair like most things that through the late 90s. A developer bought them in 2006 and restored them all to their former glory, and they just look fantastic.
On the next train, babe, so take your seat.
From here, so we're at Grange Railway Station, Military Road, and now we're going to follow a bike path, mostly all bike path all the way to Outer Harbour. So the Outer Harbour Greenway, not to Outer Harbour. Yeah, Woodville Station.
Past the point of no return, baby, on the summer night. Shine of love and the spark of laughter breathe. The stars align and the month times night burn like the ground I leave. Are we leaving on the next train, baby? I do believe. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now I ain't missed a 9 to 5, I don't hear it in my song. I'm gonna pull my weight, don't get me wrong. Brand new start and a whole new part, they are big old shoes to fill. I'll be there on that platform, babe, you know I will. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now nothing is this rush of life, you'll never find its match. So you live to be a million years. All hearts are lost by default in the time of a single beat. We're leaving on the next train, babe, so take your seat. All right.
We're almost back at the Weir. It's been a cool little adventure and little history stories and history lesson. I love it, it's really fascinating. There's so much more to uncover.
Let's ride this train.
back where we started.
How about that?
How many kilometres?
37.
37 kilometres. So to go from here along the Westside Bikeway down to the coast, along the coast to Grange, and then along the Grange railway line, and then that joins up with the Outer Harbour Greenway,
Yep.
and then following that back to here.
Correct.
Thank you so much. This has been really cool.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was really
fun.
cool.
But
Yeah.
to try and figure out some others that exist that we don't know about.
I think so, more bike paths and more in history. I love that, the combination of like, there's all this history around, and even just, you know, the train lines and all of that we're following that have been there for so long, or redeveloped and stuff. So, but those buildings are beautiful. So, yeah, all right. So we'll do history tours with Chris. I like that.
Sounds good.
Stay tuned for the next one.
Okay.
Remember to subscribe, keep following, and become a member to see all behind the scenes and other stuff that goes on that you don't see on the main YouTube channel. So awesome. Thanks, Chris.
No worries.
Yay.
See you later.
Bye, everyone.
Come on, let's ride this train.